Washington fans all week. We're going to get W. We want a W. We need a W. We're going to get a W. The only W you got is a W on your helmet because the Eagles are 4-0, baby. Dallas still stinks. You're doing Dingbat here, and welcome to the Philly Victory Celebration Room, where we come out to smoke a stogie every time the Eagles win, which is just about, which matter of fact is every single week. Now, we can't smoke in the house, because if we do that, the wife will double moonwalk my ass, and I'll be sitting here, some curb, laying in my own blood and piss somewhere, waking up, not knowing who the hell I am. So we can't have that. So we come out here, we smoke a stogie, we celebrate the victory, we try to relax, and we go with the stream of consciousness. That's what it's about this time at night. Now, as always, we are going to dedicate this cigar to the players I thought stood out today, and there's a lot of them again, but I'm going to name just a few this time, okay? Just a few. First and foremost, my player, especially defensively, of the game, Nicholas Morrow. To me, Nicholas Morrow has earned the starting spot at linebacker. I love Nakobe Dean. I think he could be a great player, but Nicholas Morrow is the guy. He makes plays, he's effective, and he's a very good downhill linebacker. I like the way he attacks. We need to do it more. Another guy you have to give a cigar to, Jake Elliott. Jake Elliott, clutch. Is this guy not the best kicker in all of football? 54-yarder to win it, right down the mother humping middle. I gotta tell you. In my opinion, I had no doubt he was going to hit it. I knew he was going to hit. You could feel it. Jake Elliott is that good. Also, A.J. Brown, he deserves a cigar. He had a big day. And Jalen Hurts had a big day himself. Now, I know there's guys I'm missing, a lot of guys, but those are the guys that I wanted to give the cigar to, that stood out to me. And without further ado, on their behalf, let's light this bad boy up. I've been waiting for this one all day. Especially when that game ended. Man, this cigar is going to taste good tonight. This cigar is going to taste really, really good, because this was one hell of a battle. So good. It's so good when it hits your lips. You know what I'm saying? So good. Ah, man. I've been waiting for this one. What a game. Let me say this. I want to give Washington fans, I want to give them a shout out. I want to give them credit. They played absolutely great today. Come on, stupid late. I thought Washington had a really, really good game. I thought they played really, really good. And I think that they deserve a lot of praise for what they did on the field. Shout out to Washington fans. You got a good team. You got some talent on your team. Sam Howell looks like he could be a good quarterback. We'll see how it plays out. But I thought he was tremendous today. So shout out to Washington fans. But that being said, you are Washington. You do stink. And guess what? You're 2-2. Just like I knew you would. But no, seriously, shout out to Washington. Good game. Now, man, there's so much to talk about in this game. Okay? This is one of those games that if you're just a football fan and you don't have skin in the game, you don't have one of your teams playing, this is just a great game. It's just an entertaining game, back and forth. The Eagles take the lead late. Washington goes down there. Final drive, forces overtime on the last play. Then you got, the coin toss in overtime. Washington wins it. Usually when that happens, okay, usually that team wins the game. So I thought when Washington won a toss, I thought we were in trouble. But then the Eagles defense, they rise to the occasion. They get out, without giving up big first downs or giving Washington a chance to win the game. They get the ball back and they go down and they kick a winning field goal and win it. Just an unbelievable game. But for an Eagle fan, and I'm sure for Washington, like that game put 10 years of my life, yo. That game put 10 years of my life. After that game, when they kicked the field goal, you look at my reaction, I'm just like, oh, thank God. Because, I thought we were going to give that game away. It was like, oh, thank God. I had nothing left. I had nothing left after the game. I gave everything I could. But what a hell of a game. And I got to say, I think Jalen Hurts is starting to play better. I thought Jalen Hurts had a pretty good game. He didn't turn over the ball. I thought he was good at passing the ball. Is he perfect? No, there's some things sure you could work on. But for the most part, I thought he did okay. I thought he was pretty good. So I was happy with him. And if you look at Jalen Hurts, every week since week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, he's getting better and better. I think that the offense is on the verge of finding its rhythm. This offense is on the verge of exploding. There's just one thing they have to do. One thing they have to do. They have to, the coaches have to start acknowledging that DeAndre Swift is that dude. He's a star. And you have to treat him such. He is not a running back that you rotate in because you're just working these guys and you don't really care who's out there. Because no, he has to be on the field as much as possible. I'm not saying you have to give him 20, 30 carries a game, but you can't have 3, 4 drives in a row where he doesn't see the field. You want to make it sporadic where they're interchangeable play per play, fine. But just no more disappearing for DeAndre Swift, because when DeAndre Swift's on the field, the offense looks better. It looks totally different. When he's not on the field, I don't think the defenses are concerned about the running back, and they cheat a little bit in the passing game. I think DeAndre Swift keeps them honest. Just saying. Let me get ready for this light to go off again. Yeah, I know you are. Just my thoughts. Oh, it tastes so good when I touch his lips. I love this cigar. I do. Shout out to Reverend Bebop. But I'm loving it. I've been looking all day for this. Just to come out and chill out and try to settle down off of a wild day in football. And at the end of the day, the Eagles are 4-0. Good teams find a way to win. They find a way to win. You know what I mean? Like Mark Holmes finds all the chicken wings and gets all the DNA and sucks them out. Yeah. Good teams find a way to win. The Eagles find ways to win because they're a good team. They're a really good team. Just got to clean some things up. A.J. Brown went off today, almost 200 yards. They decided to drug test him after the game, just like I think it was Pittsburgh or Tennessee last year. I can't remember which game. They did the same thing. Total joke. I mean, come on, dude. The guy's a good player. He's going to have big games like that. It's going to happen. But they're going to give him drug tests every time he has a good game. Totally ridiculous. Boy, the league don't like us to win, do they? They would just rather us lose and lose and lose. But it ain't happening, mother humpers. It ain't happening. Who's that? Some lady has her kids. She comes out and she puts a sign up. She'll get a sign, right? It'll be like a little yellow sign, like the ones you see like at a restaurant when they close the bathroom floor to mop. And it's like a little yellow sign, and they put it on the curb of the street down here. And it says, "Slow down, children." And then it says it in Spanish. I can't even read Spanish. But it says, "Slow down, children." And then when you go out there and you're driving by real slow, you realize this woman, she's not even watching a kid. These are little 3, 4-year-olds. They're running all around the street and stuff. And it's like, not watching the kids. She thinks the sign is telling them that it's okay to leave your kids out there. It's absolutely crazy. Who does that? Who does that? She thinks the sign is babysitting. Absolutely crazy. Crazy to me. You know, you got to watch your kids. You can't put a side out there that think your kids are okay. Every time I hear an ambulance or something, I'm like, it's probably that lady over there. Crazy bastards. You know, California's probably having like a tofu sandwich. You know, smoking weed, having her tofu sandwich. You know, I don't know. Look at her guacamole garden, or whatever the hell they do. How about that? Watch your kids. Wait, watch your kids. It drives me nuts. Yeah, the offense I thought was better, but I don't like the way that the Eagles are using DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift is a stud. Like I said at the end of the game, when I was just crying for them to keep giving DeAndre Swift the ball. Swift, Swift, mother humper Swift. Swift, Swift, mother humper Swift. It's like a rap song. Swift, Swift, mother humper Swift. Malcolm's gonna eat the chicken and I'm gonna whiff because it stinks. And he burned the chicken, cutting his heads off, and now he's gotta go to bed off. Michael Anthony was asleep, and I don't know what to do with the sheep. I don't know what, blah, blah, blah. You know. Just like that. But DeAndre Swift, you gotta use him. You got to start using him better. And listen, let me tell you, that last touchdown pass, okay, I don't know if the Eagles could feel it, but like that last touchdown pass to A.J. Brown, as beautiful as the pass was, and as nice as it was totally unnecessary. Okay, you had a 2nd and 4. Washington had 1 timeout. You had under 2 minutes to go. You got 2 downs to get a first down, okay? Come on, Light. So you go out and you get the first down. Let's say you run Swift, you get a first down. Now they got to use a timeout and it's first down. You can drain that clock, set it up for a field goal, and that's it. Game over. You never have to even give them the ball back. But they took a shot, they scored a touchdown, and then what was so frustrating was Washington just went right down the field and scored. Totally frustrating, man. Just crazy, right? And then the Eagles, people want to say, well, A.J. Brown, he got the taunting call, and that was his fault, and he ruined it, and he almost cost us the game. That was the weakest taunting call I've ever seen, okay? The guy placed the ball in front of the guy's shoes and walked away. That ain't taunting. Give me a break, okay? Give me a break. Totally ridiculous. But even still, don't know that the Eagles would have stopped them anyways. The defense at times can't stop anybody. At times it just looks so bad. I hate the Jonathan Gannon defense. The bend, don't break, don't give up any big plays, don't take any chances. Let them have underneath stuff all day and wear the clock out, and then we'll just let our offense, we'll put all the pressure on our offense to win it later. You can't have 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, and I feel like a broken record. I do. I feel like a broken record because it's every week. 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. Why are your corners 8 yards back? Why are they 9 yards back? Get them up and bump and run, press coverage, okay? Every quarterback, including Sam Powell, whatever the hell his name, I can't remember the guy's name. Every quarterback, that we have played so far has tried to get the ball up like that, out like that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, boom, 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 boom. You're not going to get sacks. You need them to hold the ball. And if you look at the 3rd quarter, the Eagles started to press a little bit and started to come up, and Howe was holding on the ball. And when Howe held on to the ball, he started taking shots, started getting sacks. We started getting pressure. But then we go away from it. It's like we adjust, we change it, it works, and then we get out of it because it worked one time. I don't get it. Keep doing it. They always say the defensive line helps the secondary, but it's also true the secondary helps the defensive line. They need a little more time because more than any other team in the league, teams are getting rid of the ball really quick. And we've got to counter that. I wonder how quick before Halloween stuff goes up. I'm assuming this week we'll start seeing it. October is here. Can't wait to Christmas. My favorite time of year. I'm going to drink so much eggnog. It's not even funny. Ooh, I got a little dizzy for a second. Crazy stuff out here. My biggest issues tonight are definitely with the coaches, especially the defensive coordinator. I don't like the game plan he's calling. I don't. But that being said, we still won. I feel like we have all week to talk about where we need to improve. I just want to enjoy the win. Just want to enjoy it. I just want to enjoy it. We're 4-0. San Francisco's 4-0. And listen, as bad as we've played, we're undefeated. Imagine what we're going to look like when we start actually playing really good ball. It's going to be scary. We're going to be really, really scary. And, I think each week we have gotten better. I do. But, Nicholas Morrow's good. I like Nicholas Morrow. I think when the Eagles use him in blitz situations, he had 3 sacks today. When they use him, downhill and let him attack, he's very good. And I think tonight he's won the starting job over Nakobe Dean. I can't justify putting Nakobe Dean back out there when he's ready. I can't. I absolutely can't do it. There's no way. You have to play Morrow. Morrow's been really good. I thought he was fantastic. But we got to get the safety spot fixed. We just do it. Edmonds stinks. I'm sorry. Okay, you can't have all in the air. Ball's floating in the air. It must have been like a minute. I watched this ball after how either got hit or deflected. The ball's up in the air, and I see Edmonds like this. And it's like slow motion. And I'm like, oh, he's got this, and he drops it. How do you drop that interception? That would have changed everything. He just dropped it. Couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. If you can drop that ball, you're going to drop every ball. We need to get a safety. Howie Roseman is going to have to go out and get a safety. But we'll talk about that later. Tonight, we're enjoying the win. We're smoking a stogie. Maybe after I'll go see the wife, I'll say, like this is what I do. You got to come in like this. So you always, when you're trying to get a girl, you don't always walk like some guys walk like this. Or like this. You can't do that. You gotta walk with a strut. You know what I mean, like this. You're like you gotta have a strut like George Jefferson, right? But the key is to walk on your tiptoes a little bit. Why do you want to walk on your tiptoes? Because it sends a signal. What's the signal that it sends? It sends a signal. I peace standing on my tiptoes. What does that mean? Well, it means that it's going to be very pleasurable with matrimonial duties. So when I do that on a little tiptoes, my wife knows. Won't me say anything. My husband's ready to go to work. He's ready to go plow. Time to clean the pipes. You know what I'm saying? So I go, hey, baby, this body was made to give you pleasure. Let's go. Done. Babies. You gotta live it like that. They don't tell you that on Nintendo, probably for you youngins. You'll learn. These kids today, man. They don't even know how to talk to girls. It's the most pathetic thing I've ever seen in my life. Anyways, the Birds. Yeah, Edmonds got to go. Defense has got to get better. I think the defense has to make adjustments. Now, a lot of people, they don't like when I say that. I think the Eagles need to blitz more. They think I want to blitz every down. I don't want to blitz every down. Maybe every other down, but I don't want to blitz every other down. But I do want to blitz more than they do. I do want to be in around the 30s, somewhere in the 30 percentile. 30% blitzes. I also want to play more man. It's very hard for me to understand why you have a Darius Slay, why you have a James Bradbury, two really good corners. Why do you have them if you play 8-9 yards off the ball? To me, you can get anybody cheap to go ahead and do the same thing. Take advantage of these guys' strengths. To me, a guy like Darius Slay, he gets up for a game, he gets amped, especially when he knows he's going up against the best. You say, listen, you're going to shadow Justin Jefferson. He gets up for that. It's a challenge for him. That's what he feeds off of. That's what a lot of these corners feeds off of. Why take that away from him? McLaurin when McLaurin's moving around, Slay should be following. Should be following him. Just my opinion. We got to change some things on the defense. But I don't believe that the Eagles' problems defensively or offensively, I don't believe it's a talent issue. Okay? I don't. I didn't believe it was a talent issue with Gannon last year, and I don't believe it is now. I believe it's a scheme problem. It's a not putting your players in the right position. I think these teams, and not just the Eagles, but a lot of teams, they depend way too much on analytics. Like some of the play calls, you go, all right, you feel like you're getting into a rhythm. You feel like your offense is moving the ball. Then all of a sudden, it's like they pull out a play. It's like, why would you run that play? And I'm willing to bet you they're looking at analytic charts. They're looking at analytic charts. Instead of having a feel for how a game is going, there's no feel. If there was a feel for it, you would run that ball in 2nd and 4 or 6 or whatever it was and get the first down and run the clock out and kick a field goal. If you got to feel that if you score, you're going to give too much time back. You could feel that coming. It's finally starting to get cool. Whoa, what's that in the sky? Oh, it's a moon. Damn. You see that moon? If I'm over here with my head like this, the moon is blocked, but the clouds above it are getting lit up. Why are there clouds above the moon? Things that make you go, Why are clouds going behind the sun? Things that make you go, I don't know. Do I look like a scientist? Yeah, class in session. All right, we're going to get this knife. We're going to get this chicken head. We're going to put Mark Holmes in front of it. And watch. He will suck all the DNA out like a vacuum cleaner. There's your science experiment. Will Mark Holmes suck all the DNA out of chicken wings? Yes, he will. Yeah, a little cocky today, them Cowboys. It's like, why did the Eagles let Washington score that much? Dude, NFC East games, man, division games, you got to throw records out the window. You got to throw a lot of things out the window. That's the other thing, and the other reason why I don't want to overreact to things I think we need to fix and do, because NFC East games, these battles, these rivalry battles are always tough. You could have Washington could win no games all year, play us tough. Same with the Giants, same with the Cowboys. It's always been like that, and it always will be like that. So I don't want to overreact to the gameplay. I definitely don't. Yep. Exactly. I agree. Yeah. Yep. Yep. We put bombs in that car. Yep. 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 And we got the lights all set to go. Yep. Once I turn in, John. Yep. These people are trying to listen to what I'm saying. They want to know who I'm talking to. See, so I pretend I'm talking to the phone to somebody, so they say, oh, who are you talking to? Oh, I'm just recording a video. For what? For YouTube. Oh, can we have your YouTube channel? No, I really don't want you to have my YouTube channel. I like that people don't know who I am in here. It's kind of nice. So I just act like I'm talking to somebody so they keep going. But little do they know that on YouTube somebody is talking about them right now. And I might have 8, 9, 10,000 views. And everybody hearing them. And they know them. And we know where we live. We know where we work. Psych. We don't know who you. I've never seen you in my life. Yeah, you can't, like, I don't want to overdo it with, tough game versus Washington. I mean, we still got to iron some things out. And we're going to talk so much about where we need to get better. You know, I do feel like Jalen Hurts had his best game. I feel like that's coming along. I feel like if offensively they would clean up some of the plays, like they make some decisions at really bad times. I also think if you know if the Eagles offense would sit there and finally, you see how slow they go? They want to see what I'm doing. People are so nosy. They want to see what you're doing. You know what I hate more than anything? I hate when you're driving and then all of a sudden there's traffic. It's like 2-3 miles of traffic and it's going like 1 mile an hour and it takes forever, right? And you're like, come on, late. And you're like late for work or whatever, and you're waiting and then you get up to where it was slowing up at, and it's just some car that broke down the end of the road, and the lady's trying to change her kid on the car hood, and everybody wants to see, and they're slowing down, and there's no reason to slow down except that everybody wants to see. So now you have wasted 30 minutes of my life. Thank you very much. Pisses me off. My wife says, you have road rage. You have road rage. I don't got road rage. Just because I grab a guy's head, I make you move this fucking car, I'll break your fucking head. That's not road rage. What's she talking about? No, she does. She thinks I don't have road rage. I'm from the Northeast. Right? You know how we are from the Northeast. We talk. I say, what is this person doing? Look at this asshole. What's this asshole doing? What is this moron? Look at this moron. Look at this asshole. Look at this person. What is this person doing? That's from the Northeast. That's what we do. She don't understand that though. First time my wife ever went to like dinner at my family's, she was like this. She didn't know what she was in for. Didn't know. Why? Because if you ever go to an Italian family for dinner or something, and you just sit back and you watch, everybody talking at the same time. Everybody. My family does us. We're all talking. Everybody's talking and yelling at the same time. Nobody's listening to each other. They're just talking over each other. But somehow they keep the conversation going. My wife was like, she came from a quiet family, very nice. Her father was a pastor, and real nice, quiet family. My family was like, hey, grab my cognac, hey, you busted my ball, That's what she walked into. She didn't know what to expect. Beautiful. Now she gets it and she fits right in. She's used to it. She's I'll sit back sometimes. I'll just listen to her talk to my mom. They're both yelling at each other. Like, what the hell are they both saying? My wife fits right in, Gotta love her. Gotta love her. That looked like the Vatican chimney when the Pope died. And they released the smoke. There we go. Jeez, it's been 27 minutes already? Holy crap. Well, if you guys are still listening to this now, shout out to you. Shout out to you. I love it. Put something in the chat. Put a football in the comment section, so I know that you're still listening. If you've made it this far. Because sometimes I save the best stuff for last. Those that click off after 10 minutes, they don't know what they missed. But I just inhaled some piece of cigar. But anyways, offense, if they fix a couple of the plays here or there, I think, and they accept that DeAndre Swift is the guy that has to be in this game. No more sharing responsibilities. He's a clear-cut number one. Okay, if they do that on offense and on defense, I'm not saying... Sorry. A piece of my cigar broke off. It was sitting on my lungs. Sorry. I'm not cutting that out, by the way. You never know what you get in this. I'm not cutting it out. Whatever happens, happens. You know what I'm saying? Like if the camera was to fall and the camera tripped and you got to see that I'm not wearing any pants right now, that I never wear pants in these outside videos, just in my underwear, you would never know. But I'm not going to edit it out. Anyways. Defensively, I'm not saying they have to blitz more, even though I like to see blitz more, but that's not what I'm saying. Defensively, and I always say blitz more, and it's not always accurate because I always associate the Eagles blitzing man-to-man and freeing up a guy and sending the extra guy. Like, what I'm talking about is this defense needs to put people in better position. Desai has to start playing up, start pressing, stop giving so much cushion to the receivers. Start playing up, start pressing, force the quarterback to hold the ball longer to allow the strength of your defense to start making plays, to start getting sacks. Now listen, when they do that, teams will adjust and eventually they'll start taking shots down the field. They'll start trying to get big chunks of plays on you. That's okay. That's okay. Sometimes they'll even connect and make those plays. That's okay. Because I believe more so than not, you're going to come out with the talent that you have. And you're going to be able to stop them. But they've got to make that adjustment on defense. If they do that, they'll be fine. This is a team that's 4-0, that is winning, and they're winning, and they haven't played their best football yet. They're getting better each week. But I'm waiting for that game where it's just hitting on all cylinders. You know, will it be versus the Rams? I don't know. But I want it to be during Week 6 versus the Miami Dolphins. Let me say this. 4-0 is great. 5-0 is a big difference. Big difference in 5-0 than 4-0. Okay? Just like a big difference in 4-0 and 3-1. There's a big difference, okay? So the Eagles need to get to 5-0. Now, if they beat the Rams and go to 5-0, they got, I believe, the Jets. They're going to beat the Jets, although the Jets are playing good tonight. You get to 6-0, you're playing Miami, and if something's to happen and you were to lose that game, you can survive. You'll still be 6-1. But pile up the wins, and that's what we're doing. Good teams find a way to win. We get hit. That's the one thing with the Eagles. We get hit and we get knocked down. You know we're getting up. A team like Dallas gets hit, gets knocked down. They don't get back up. It's over. They have to start ahead. They have to get ahead or they're done. And not us. Now, we beat the Rams next week. Dallas is probably going to lose to the Niners. I think the Giants have, I can't remember if the Giants have Miami or they have Buffalo. But they're going to lose no matter who they play. And then Washington's going to win Thursday night. I will be streaming I'll be streaming the Monday night game, Giants-Seattle. I'll be streaming the Thursday night game, Washington-Bears. Even though that game stinks. I'll be streaming on Sunday. I believe the Giants are the first game. The Eagles are the 4 o'clock game in the East. And then Dallas, I think, is Sunday night versus San Francisco. So, triple header coming next week. Plus a shakedown, plus a cigar video. So, I'll basically be working from 9 in the morning, my time, to about 1 in the morning. It is what it is. As long as we get the W, that's all I care about. I know this thing is ranting. I can't help it. There's so much to say. So much went off in this game. And anything I'm missing, I don't know. Covey, I thought was great today. I don't have any fear in Covey anymore. I want to see Jordan Davis. When it's 4th and 1, I want Jordan Davis in there. There was times he wasn't in there. And I want them to really start treating Swift like the special player he is, because he's that good. And he's that much of a difference maker. And do me a favor, if you go and you watch the game, and I'll watch it again later in this week, but try to notice when Swift is not on the field. Okay, when he's not on the field and it's Gainwell, check if you notice a difference in how the offense operates, functions, and how the defense plays us. Because I have a feeling when Gainwell is out on the field, that defense does not care about him. They are not worried about him. But if Swift is out there, then they have to stay honest and they have to worry about him. That's why things like the play action will work so well. Just my opinion. Anyways, another win, another victory, all good. With that, I am going to let you go. Take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it, and he's going to make a trade. Peace. Oh, you're still here? I thought you were gone. I'm just thinking about what I'm going to do Christmas, what decorations I put. I love Christmas. I love Christmas. But I got to get in shape for the eggnog. I'm not going to be where I want to be by Christmas, but I got to keep going. I'm down 19 pounds. I lost 17 and a half pounds. Start out a week. I will lost a pound and a half this week. I'm hoping for a bigger jump, but it is what it is. And, I got to say, Christmas is going to be a lot of fun this year. I cannot wait. And I want to thank everybody that watches my videos. We're like 70,000 subscribers. We've been killing it lately. So I just want to shout you guys out and thank you very, very much. The channel has been a slow and steady wins the race. We've had a few opportunities. We were on the NFL Network once during the Doug Peterson Super Bowl special. That was kind of cool. But you know what sucked about it? They didn't use my name. They didn't put Philly 500. So nobody knew who I was. They were all talking about the segment that I was in, but nobody knew who I was. That sucked because that could have really helped my channel. And then I was supposed to be in a movie. Well, I got asked to be in a movie. I didn't do it, but I don't know if they ever made that movie. I need to go check. I was all about it. I was thinking about it. Somebody asked me to be a movie. I was going to do it. But it was like, I don't know. It was a little bit too raunchy, I thought, for myself. I didn't want my kids to see it. But I would consider possibly doing certain things. But, I got to be able to show my kids. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this. It's just what I'm out here thinking about. Anyways, Denzel Washington, out.